Have you ever heard of Mississippi State Penitentiary, also known as Parchman Penal Colony? I'm going to talk a little bit about it today. It's located in Sunflower, Mississippi, and covers 18,000 acres. It's also Mississippi's only maximum security prison. It now has over 4,800 beds, and it became operational in 1905. It was built by Mississippi prisoners, and it's a very large farm that used to include 3 separate farms. There was a small farm for white prisoners, a small farm for female prisoners, and then a large farm for African American male prisoners, which was most of the prison, and still is today. The men worked 6 days a week, 10 hours a day, and they had livestock, soybeans, cotton, poultry, you name it. Mississippi also had a policy at the time where they would rent out prisoners for labor. The prisoners were rented out to build railroads, tunnels using dynamite, which is obviously very dangerous. They worked in the sweltering heat at cotton farms. A lot of times they were forced to perform this labor at gunpoint, and they were severely punished if they didn't make the money for the prison that they were supposed to. The first year of leasing out these incarcerated men, the prison made about $185,000, which now would be over $7 million. The convict leasing policy didn't end until 1942. In the 1960s, over 300 freedom riders were put in Parchman, including John Lewis. Many were put in chain gangs as punishment. They were allowed only 1 shower per week and no mail. When they sang, their mattresses were removed. Because Governor Barnett promised to protect the freedom riders in exchange for their arrest, he famously told the warden, "Break their spirit, but not their bones." In 1972, 4 prisoners sued Parchman, saying their civil rights had been violated, that Parchman was infested with maggots and rats. Raw sewage was being dumped in public spaces, and prisoners were being severely abused and subjected to violence, and prisoners were being denied medical care. The courts found that black inmates were forced to live among twice the amount of people as white inmates. They were also more severely punished for the same infractions. The inmates won the case, and the prison was forced to integrate black and white prisoners, make the prison more inhabitable, and end the trustee system, which was when the white lifers, who the prison guards trusted, got to be armed with rifles to guard the other prisoners. In 2019, an inspection of the prison showed many health and safety concerns. Most of the toilets and sinks were broken, the kitchen was filthy, showers didn't work, there was faulty electric wiring, and a lot of prisoners didn't even have mattresses. By 2020, the only thing the prison had fixed is that the prisoners now had mattresses. 8 prisoners also died in the year 2020, either by suicide or violence. They also said they were shutting down an area called Unit 29 because it was unlivable, and as of now, it's still open and prisoners still live there. In April of 2022, the U.S. Department of Justice deemed Parchman inhumane, but I'm really not sure what we're doing about it.